As if Geeks Week wasn't exciting enough, we have officially hit 70 subscribers here on YouTube. This, honest to goodness, came out of left field. I wasn't expecting it. I mean, I sort of was because I was resting at 69 for the past, 3 or 4 weeks. But I honestly wasn't expecting it during Geeks Week. So, first of all, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and all you fellow geeks out there, for your support for my channel over the past going on 4 years. We've done a lot, and we've been a lot of places, all over the internet, all over different games. We've reviewed different games, and we've done a lot of live streams and a whole host of other things. I've had my videos stolen by weird Russian websites. I've had my fair share of controversies. But we've gotten through those. We've gotten stronger. We are now sitting at 70 subscribers. 70 geeks. I honestly, again, wasn't expecting this and didn't have a 70 subscriber milestone video in mind. However, I think I have an idea, Arthur. You know, it's actually kind of funny that I make that reference, because that is what we're going to be talking about tonight. About plans, and how my original plans for this channel have changed drastically over the years. How we started out in a completely different place and ended up here. And this actually connects to another video I have planned for this week. However, I think that this could be helpful as it serves as sort of a prologue to what is to come. But as a recap for anybody who's new, or for just a recap for any past subscribers as well, I started my channel in mid-October of 2016. Following an unfortunate incident with a trade scammer on Counter-Strike. But after I uploaded that first video, I decided that if I'm going to be making or publishing any content on YouTube, I might as well actually have fun with it. Because for years I had dreamed of actually making YouTube videos. I, for the longest time, pretended to make videos with friends, where I had a fake channel with 9 million subscribers, and had a successful Minecraft and Terraria series and all sorts of things, where I was going to be the next PewDiePie someday, even though at the time I wasn't really a big PewDiePie fan. But now I've changed so much since then. I've actually uploaded content over the past 3.5 years. And we're getting somewhere. It might not be 9 million subscribers yet, but maybe in time we might get there. Who knows? But when I first uploaded that trade scam video, my mind was entirely focused on spreading my situation and telling people of the atrocity that had been committed against me. I didn't really have any plans of grandeur. But then after that video went up and I decided, hey, I should actually try to do something with this and make actual YouTube videos. My original plan was to become like the next PewDiePie of sorts, following their general style, their Let's Play style, and moving from there. Doing Let's Play videos, because I genuinely thought that I was comedic enough and mature enough at the time to come up with original jokes and commentate over videos and gameplay and concentrate and play the game all at the same time, when in reality that couldn't have been further from the truth. I wasn't really ready for full-on YouTube. As my early gameplays would prove, if you go back and watch those, they're absolutely awful. I actually would not recommend watching those at all. I mean, I had misspellings in my titles. My thumbnails were just what YouTube could recommend because, in case y'all have never uploaded a YouTube video before, when you upload a video, YouTube will pick through 3 random moments of the video and choose and give you 3 options for a potential thumbnail, all of which are usually garbage. They're usually just random off-topic thumbnails that don't pertain to what your title is. So it is advisable, highly advisable, for YouTubers to make their own thumbnails. And after a while, I started adding my own thumbnails. However, they weren't truly mine. I didn't do any editing. I didn't do any Photoshop or use any kind of software or website or anything like that to fix up thumbnails. Instead, I simply took whatever JPEG I could find off of Google Images, copied it on my desktop, and then select it from the thumbnail selector on YouTube. And then kaboom, I have this stock image of whatever. And that's what I did for the longest time, through 2017 as well. Well, they weren't terrible. They started out really bad, but over time, the stock images or the regular images I just chose worked. But however, at the start, they were very rough. And it wasn't really until 2018 when I started messing with custom thumbnails and thumbnails that I actually created versus just whatever image I could slap together. Which is a step in the right direction because I'm still learning better thumbnail editing tips and tricks and still getting better at them. I'm not going to call myself great because I'm not there yet, but I've definitely made some drastic improvements to my thumbnails since 2016. And heck, even since 2018. You've come a long way in terms of thumbnails and content. Because this kind of goes back to what I was initially talking about. My plans for the channel. Where my original plan was to mimic major Let's Playing channels like PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, 8-Bit Ryan, Crank Gameplays, Pixel Riffs, you name those people. Just pick a game, play it, talk over it, whatever. And for the longest time, I couldn't really do that successfully because I was playing on a 2013 Mac laptop, which would work for some games, like Minecraft would run decently if I messed with settings. Subnautica would run like 15 frames a second, but I still played through a good portion of that game, but didn't record it on my Mac because recording would also slow down what little frame rate I got, so I didn't want to kill myself with that low of a frame rate. But I couldn't really live up to the big standard of YouTube Let's Plays that I wanted to, because my resources were limited. I had the laptop and I had my PS4. I could upload decent quality PS4 clips, but with those, even after I started actually adding in quote-unquote custom thumbnails, I wouldn't do that for the PS4 clips. Whatever was uploaded from the PS4 would just be, well, whatever YouTube decided to go with. It was basically Russian roulette with whatever I got. And well, eventually when I use PS4 gameplay in the future, I would transfer the clip over using USB over to my PC. That way I could actually edit and give custom thumbnails and all that good stuff. But my resources were limited, and my skills were pretty much non-existent. I didn't know what I was doing. I thought I did, but I really didn't. My jokes were off, and some of them were just like flat out rude. And I'm not really proud of that. I've changed a lot as a person as well, and some of the stuff that's been said, while I don't think it was really like offensive towards anybody in terms like it's not racist or anything, or sexist or whatever, it was just like just weird stuff, just weird humor that didn't really make any sense, and it's more of just you'll aggressively cringe at it because how bad it is. So yeah, that, as a person who I am now, kind of triggers me how annoying I used to be. But the style of gameplay and style of videos changed a bit when I got my first actual gaming rig. An actual gaming PC that could run games at solid frame rates as well as record and stream and all that good jazz. And I wanted to do a lot of streaming. I wanted to start doing that sort of thing. But I also couldn't because I was limited by internet. Because used to, guys, what I would do is I would upload videos at night and then just let them upload all day. They'd upload during the night and then they'd hopefully be up in the morning. If not, then I'd just let them keep going because uploads would kill my Wi-Fi. I couldn't do anything if I was uploading a video at the same time. If I wanted to play like Counter-Strike and upload a video at the same time, I could not do that because my ping would skyrocket. But I could actually record games at a decent frame rate, so that was good. And I could actually start doing decent Let's Play on games that weren't Flash games or the very few games that I could run on my Mac, like Half-Life or Far Sky. Instead, I could actually play mainstream games like Overwatch, Counter-Strike, Subnautica. Games that I enjoyed playing and could play competitively. I was actually a solid competitive player back in the good old days. While my commentary was still a bit rough, I was improving. And my channel was growing alongside that. And my plan stayed the same. Keep making gameplays, keep uploading content. That was the plan, and I was sticking with it. Then we hit a bit of a roadblock in July of 2017 with a controversy that, for the longest time, I believed stagnated my growth entirely because the first video that would come up would be about that controversy. When you typed in Maxusthebeast on YouTube, first thing you'd see would be that controversy. And even though I held and still do not hold anything against the person who called me out, because I absolutely deserved it at the time. I've improved since then. Don't worry, new subscribers. I'm not the same person I was back in 2017. But while I was thankful and understanding about the situation, following my initial quote-unquote redemption, I still believe that was the reason, or part of the reason why my stagnation, or why I believe I've stagnated over the past couple years. Because of the controversy, because that sort of thing will definitely hurt your career. Especially if you're barely out the womb as a YouTuber. So, what was relieving though was that I received slow but steady growth over the years. And I just kept at it, kept making videos, kept doing what I thought was a good thing to do, just kept doing the content that I wanted to do, but also changed it up a bit so I wouldn't repeat the same issue. I don't want to be a habitual offender. If I make a mistake, I want to learn from it immediately and move on. Be a better person and get it right the second time. So that way, whatever situation arises, it wouldn't be about the initial issue. That's my plan anyway. But with the channel, it sort of started to change a bit in late 2017 when I did my first couple commentary videos talking about review bombing and iOS to PC ports. I decided and discovered that I liked just talking with some gameplay rolling in the background about whatever was on my mind or whatever current event in gaming that was going on. And while I still did a lot of gameplays, I did a Subnautica week in September 2017. Similar to Geekz week, I did like just a week of daily Subnautica uploads. And I still would do stuff like Overwatch from time to time. And then in 2018, I went head over heels for Fortnite. But 2018, I believe, is the year that truly started to change my channel into what it is now. While I still did a lot of gameplay videos, usually involving Fortnite, some of them involving friends, but I did a lot more commentaries in 2018. I talked about, back in, I believe it was April or May of 2018, I talked about some things I disliked about Fortnite, some of the Fortnite content I didn't like. And then, around that time as well, I started up a series that would truly start to define the channel, Maxusthebeast on the internet, where it was purely commentary, and when I'd actually do research before starting a video, where I'd have a clear topic in mind, and then would either read over an article, watch a video, or just talk about something that's been floating around in the real world or in nerd culture. Maxusthebeast on the internet was my baby. It was the first series that I truly felt passion with. Because while I enjoyed doing the gaming stuff, all the Let's Plays, and had passion for those, Maxusthebeast on the internet was a different form of passion. Where it's truly a unique series for me. Where instead of trying to copy somebody else doing gameplays, it's really hard to truly copy somebody with gameplays because everyone reacts to things differently while in game, or will play different games different ways. Instead of trying to mooch off the popularity of the Let's Playing genre, I truly decided to do something my own. And then from then on out, especially after positive responses on my thoughts videos and on the Maxusthebeast on the internet series, I decided to start doing more commentaries and do more just slower videos where I just talked about stuff rather than constantly play games. And that's when the channel changed. After Maxusthebeast on the internet, my style changed. I would still do the occasional Let's Play, but my Let's Plays also began to sort of merge with the commentaries, like my video talking about Fortnitemares. For half of it, it was me reviewing the update. And then the other half, it was gameplay of my first solo win during the update. And videos like that, being released around that time, truly started to differentiate my content from just pure gameplay. I started to do more unique ideas, started to have more unique ideas, and started to act on them. And there was a lot to talk about. While I didn't do Maxusthebeast on the internet all that often, when I did it, it was usually over something pretty cool or pretty interesting that I could talk about for a long period of time and get passionate about. But 2018 also started a bad habit on my end, the infamous hiatuses, the unforeseen and unannounced hiatus, where I just go missing for a long period of time, then come back some point like, oh, sorry guys, I went somewhere or just forgot to do uploads. Sorry about that. So for a good portion of late 2018, that's what happened. But 2019, when 2019 started up, my priorities were 100% different than what they were during my early gameplay stage. During 2016, 2017, even 2018, 2019, I wanted to do more commentaries, wanted to talk about more stuff. I hit 60 subscribers in 2019. And I've also gotten better at editing. My commentary style has changed a lot, so instead of umming my way through a lot of it, I actually have a coherent point to prove and to talk about. So instead of having a lot of unnecessary pauses or ums or other forms of filler, I actually have a coherent sentence in mind before I speak. While I'm still not really scripting my videos, I don't really write ahead of time what I'm going to say, because I feel like a lot of times it becomes obvious if I script something, because it sounds like I'm reading off of whatever, because in that case I am. I haven't mastered the art of faking enthusiasm with the script, with presentations that I've done in the past and the way I prefer to do videos is still to do them off the cuff. But instead of doing what I used to do and just think, oh, I'll just cover it halfway through and be fine, I think a long time about a video before I make it. I give myself a bit of prep time to discuss the video before I start recording. And some videos are scripted actually, and I am improving at the art of enthusiastic script reading. I'm still not good enough to really consider myself truly a pro at it. But I also took a pretty decent hiatus late 2019, mostly because my schoolwork was piling up. The hiatus happened from November to January of this year because final exams. Late November was the closing end of my first semester of my freshman year of college, and I was swamped with work. So after I uploaded one Tabs video late November, I decided to just call it quits for a bit and just focus on school. However, halfway through December, of course, classes ended and winter break began. So I had time to actually record again, but for some reason I didn't. You know, I think my brain was saying take a break, but I never really communicated that with you guys, and I'm apologizing again for that because I know I apologized back in January. But I feel like here in 2020, we are in interesting territory. Not just with the world, not just with the channel, but just me. And just everything that's been going on with the with the channel, actually, for the past little bit. Where I have been struggling a bit with video ideas. Where I'm like, I need to make a video because it'll take like a week or so. I want to get back into that schedule I set up in 2018, where I would get 2 or 3 videos out a week. But there are some weeks where that doesn't happen, unfortunately, and I feel bad about it. Because I want to stick with frequent uploads. I genuinely love doing YouTube. It's a really nice hobby, a lot of fun. And I just want to feel like sometimes I'm making an impact. Even if it's a small one, even if I can get a video that hits 1 like because somebody enjoyed it, or somebody took something away from it, then I consider that video a success. Even if it doesn't get many views, even if there aren't many comments, if one person takes something positive away from that video, or enjoyed it, then I've succeeded as a content creator. That's my current goal for YouTube. But in order to create content that people would like, I need to get back into the mindset that I had back in 2018, 2019, where I had ideas flowing out my ears. I think another part of it is that just this quarantine thing has just got me cooped up for so long. It's just that anything that I want to talk about is a coronavirus. So there's already enough of that nonsense going around. I don't really want to talk about that. Or it's something to do with current events, which is very polarizing. And I don't really want to get into anything too terribly controversial. But maybe that is weakness. Maybe that's weakness. But that's just where I am. I want to get back to the point where I have ideas flowing out the ears. So I'm not hitting video block every time I'm like, I need to make a video, but then just get confused to be like, wait, what should I even publish? Because this idea sounds stupid, or this idea more than likely wouldn't work, or this idea is good, but then execution, it just ends in blooper after blooper after blooper and blunder, and then I'm like, alright, frick it, I'm not trying this again. Or if I do, it's like weeks after the initial idea hit me. So, video block is bad. That's the little gist of that little tangent. But with 2020 and Geeks Week, I'm hoping to get back on my feet again. Where instead of just being confused, I actually start getting back into the I have a plan, Arthur mentality where I actually do have a plan for content and have things ready to go and produce quality content for you guys to enjoy. But at the end of it all, I just want to say thank you guys again for your constant love and support over the past 3.5 years and for getting us that one step closer to 100 subscribers. It genuinely means a lot to me, and I am thankful that you took the time out of your day to watch this video and to support the channel. It genuinely means a lot. And I hope that you guys will continue to stick around and enjoy the content. Thank you again for all you've done. And I hope you are enjoying Geeks Week so far. As always, Maxusthebeast is out.